Some games try to convey a story. Some games press the boundaries of the hardware just for the sake of it. Some are just a vehicle by which you express your dominance. ENGO strives for the latter, because who doesn't like Tachikoma-looking quadrupedal robot tanks blowing each other to pieces while avoiding various and sundry death traps and environmental hazards? I know I do. And if you can do it all on the indie channel for $1, so much the better. Unfortunately, I'm all by my lonesome in the studio today, so I'm left trying to express my death wish to a bunch of computer-controlled opponents. And I don't think they care very much for my opinion. In fact, they prefer to just blow me up repeatedly. But I suppose that's to be expected of ruthless computers. But I'd be remiss if I didn't point out this egregious, yet entertaining, mangling of the English language that poses as a help text. I was somehow able to glean that I needed to collect stars, so collect stars I did. The blue ones are worth 1 point apiece, the red ones from destroying environmental hazards yield 10, and the green ones left behind when an opponent, or yourself, blows up are good for 50 points. So it's not enough to just spray death at every turn, you also have to pick up the pieces before some schmendrick swoops in and steals them. Speaking of spraying death, there's a bevy of weapon upgrades to improve your admittedly pathetic starting weaponry. And as you're probably going to be dying a lot, it's important that said upgrades are plentiful. You're going to need every missile, flamethrower, and laser you can get your manipulator arms on, though, as the CPU's alarmingly accurate in its attacks. I'm fairly decent at twin-stick shooting, but on the later stages, my automatic opponents were ridiculously good shots. I think they were part of the machine or something. There are 6 maps featuring various combinations of teleporters, lightning-spewing balls, projectile spewers, and some decent visual effects despite this being an indie game. Unfortunately, the controls feel a bit too slippery and ill-equipped for the fast-paced action. Subjectively, it felt like the AI in the first few maps was much easier to outwit than in the later ones, though it's not at all uncommon for enemies to be firing upon you whenever they have a clear line, regardless of whether or not you can see them on your screen or vice versa. You're just driving along, minding your own business, when there's just lightning from out of nowhere and you're driven into a panic. Well, let's be fair, you're never really minding your own business here, you're always trying to shoot down enemy robots. But you get the point, even if it is rather poorly translated.